As Daria, Mitch, and Ted, and cosmetic surgeon Michael Workman joins us now.
You guys are such dorks.
Dr. Workman and I.
Yes.
You can't sit still to that song.
Dr. Workman and our beloved Mitch were both doing some air conducting.
Serious air conducting and air drumming.
I wasn't even aware of it.
Well, Mitch, because that has marching band types of sounds in it,
I
Mitch
cannot sit still.
has to do marching band moves.
Well, I remember last summer, all three of us and some of our spouses and Dr. Workman all went out on Dr. Workman's boat.
Yes.
And it was the best fun ever.
It was so fun.
And we were towed on sort of a half-inflated
Water
thing,
weenie.
Water weenie.
Water
yeah,
weenie.
Which both Workman and Mitch had a good chuckle over. And you were blasting a lot of quite contemporary hits.
Oh, yeah.
I was.
He was throwing down the jams.
You were blasting what the kids are listening to.
And that song you just played, that's my favorite song.
Isn't it great?
I kid you not.
It's so good. It's really uplifting and awesome.
And the video's
wonderful.
great, too.
Look at you.
It is. The guy is so passionate. The guy as he walks into the Gettysburg massacre.
Like Civil War stuff going on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
it's great.
Gosh. So Dr. Workman, if you're new to the show, is obviously, as you can hear already, a kid at heart, but he's also at practice, a brilliant plastic surgeon. He's one of the most renowned plastic surgeons in the whole Pacific Northwest, and he's the number one guy when it comes to breast augmentation, whether that's a breast, I almost said deflation.
Right?
Reduction?
That's it. Yeah. It amounts to the same thing. A lift, an enhancement, whatever you want.
He can put them wherever you want them.
He can figure out your boobs.
Except for there.
Except don't put them there. You don't want them there. Nobody wants them there.
Or else.
And he does everything basically from the neck on down. So one thing we've never talked about, Doctor. Oh, by the way, 888-733-5105 if you have a question about any type of procedure.
He can even be faced. He knows all the stuff.
He knows all the stuff. Yeah. You can. He's a full doctor. Just specializes in neck down plastic surgery. Back fat.
Back fat, okay.
Your back fat.
Back fat. What can be mine?
No, you looked at me and said back fat.
I didn't. I was
So I'm
looking
saying
nowhere
you're
near
back
you.
fat.
I'm just like, oh
Kids.
no, Ted, back fat. Douglas, no, back fat. First of all, it's ridiculous. There's no need for it.
No need whatsoever.
Absolutely no.
But still, it comes, and I most notice it when I'm wearing something corsety, and from the front, everything's just working, and then I sometimes inadvertently catch a look from the back, and it's like I have a whole nother set of boobs coming out over the top of the back thing. Why back fat? That's sort of a rhetorical question, but my question is, what can be done about it?
Well, very good question. What we can do is liposuction because back fat represents extra fat cells in that particular area. Sometimes, though, what we see is the back skin stretches, and then if you wear something really tight, it can kind of bulge over it, giving it kind of that muffin top look. But most of the time, we can do some liposuction and improve it.
I was a backstroker for years and
That's
years
right.
and years, and I had a very broad muscular back, and then I stopped exercising in any way at all. And I think, the skin remembered, hey, we used to be in this big shape, and then the skin still remembers, but the rest of the body doesn't.
Doggone it.
888-733-5105 with questions about body work for Dr. Michael Workman. Do people have different moles and spots and whatever else? Oh, no, I know what I was going to ask. It's more specific. What are those little red dots that you get on your body sometimes? They look like spider bites
It's called
almost.
cherry something or others. I've had a bunch removed.
Yes, oftentimes we call them a spider angioma because oftentimes they have little tentacles that come out,
Ooh.
and they can either be injected. We'll take a agent and inject it, or you can actually take an electric cautery, which is a little fire stick, and you put that with a needle point right up it, and you zap it, and it goes. Bzz. Yeah,
They just kind of flake off. They go black and then they flake
I don't
off.
want anything.
Yep.
Once you put anything up it,
You
with
do
fire
want it.
stick.
No,
Wait, what,
it's
tentacles
actually-
on you?
I had this weird thing that Dr. Workman helped me with, and it was on my thigh. Been there my whole life. Tiny, like maybe a quarter inch long. Each of them. There was a little red line vein and a little blue line vein, like tiny parentheses, about the size of parentheses, and.
Little
If you put on 3D glasses, would it come out of it?
Oh, I never tried. Maybe I should get him back on. But no, it was, and so he's like, oh, we just take and we do that and we that, and it was just a little needle, and then like a
before you
little,
know it.
and then
Yep.
they just went. and it's crazy.
We electrocute them.
Electrocutes them. 888-733 in the most delightful way possible.
Absolutely.
888-733-5105. We're going to get to your calls for Dr. Michael Workman right after this.
My daughter has a huge wart that's growing off the end of her nose, and it's looking like little heads of cauliflower that are shooting out there. And she had such a bad experience getting it frozen one time that she's terrified of the pain to go back. And so she's letting this thing grow.
Ooh.
She's 12. And
Where
she's
is it?
to the point where it's right on the end of her nose.
Oh, my gosh. Got to get that taken care of.
She's a beautiful little girl, but she's terrified of the pain, and she keeps saying, I don't care. And I'm saying, but I do. And she says, well, I don't want to go because you're embarrassed of me. And which makes
What she needs to do is go see a plastic surgeon. And we need to, number one, find out what it is, make sure it's not a skin cancer, which is very unlikely. We don't think it's that. But it probably would, if it was my patient, we'd probably give her a Valium the morning of, then have her come in. We'd give her some, like an oral pain medicine. And then we basically would go back and just excise it out after having put a little bit of Novocaine in, although we'll put a topical numbing medicine on first. And I think that it needs to be dealt with. It's going to only get worse. And I think by
it's just
excising
getting bigger
it.
and bigger.
Yeah.
One thing that that's great about Dr. Workman's office and crew is that it's possible to, and in fact, he encourages you to come in and just like kind of hang out with them and talk about things first to really put your mind at ease about everything that's going to be
Great
done.
idea.
And that might be really helpful for her.
Rose, what's your question?
My question is, Daria, you won't make appointments to go see a doctor. You have a doctor in there every week, basically.
I know.
Why don't you have that doctor look at that eyeball on your thigh?
I thought the exact same thing. I didn't want to bring it up. Yes, he can tell her what it is.
Okay, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
I will do
Okay.
that. But also, I'm going to go to Zoom Care tomorrow. Dallas heard the whole bit yesterday, and it's
Okay.
making me. But thank
Bring
you
it to
for
Dallas. Make her go.
bringing up the obvious and shaming me.
You could wear in really short shorts.
Not that short.
It'd
It's
have to be
pretty high
awfully
on the
short.
hip.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are always delighted to talk to Dr. Michael Workman. We're unfortunately out of time. So here's an idea that we have for future weeks with Dr. Workman. Tell me what you think of this.
All right, lay it on.
So we always get a bunch of calls for him. And he's such a nice guy, and we always want to facilitate like a listener that wants something done to hook up and like see how great he is. So what do you think if in future weeks we pick one call at random to be the question of the day?
Okay.
And then we'll enter those questions of the day into a drawing to maybe have a consultation with Dr. Workman, maybe get an injectable, a little Botox or something.
Cool.
And just kind of hang out and see, do what he does.
I love it.
That's very nice.
Let's
That'd
do
be
it.
a great idea.
I suppose I should have asked you that first.
Well, anything you say is fine, doctor.
Smart
Check it
man.
and maybe I'll be there too, and I can give you some suggestions about how you,
We'd be a paradox.
Michael Workman, everybody.
drmichaelworkman.com, the website. We'll see you, Doc.
Thanks,
Thank
Doc.
you.
Here I am waiting.